Привет and welcome to this video. I said that in Russian today. I said hi in Russian. I'm not sure if I said it right, but I said hi. But anyways, today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Rainbow Loom version of the Renee and Claire bracelets. And I tried recording this video earlier, but my mom just wouldn't stop calling me. Gosh! Anyways, just had to get my anger out there. I swear she interrupts whenever she can. I get this whole new room to record and then she interrupts it by calling me. Wow. But anyways, sorry if I sound annoyed. I'm just like a bit annoyed. But anyways, the first video wasn't that good. But anyways, I'm gonna show you how to make these bracelets, and I can't tell you exactly how many bands you'll need. You don't really need all that many, honestly, but you'll need some bands for the center white part, some bands for 2 different types of blue, and some bands for the border. And for the Claire bracelet, you'll need all those, but you won't need any border bands, so no gold bands if you're making the Claire bracelet. And just to clear this up, this is not the flat mid stagger bracelet by Justin's Toys. See, the Claire is smaller and the Renee is bigger, so I just thought I'd address that. Anyways, you're going to need a loom that can be set like this, so like a rainbow loom, and you're going to need space on the bottom for the bracelet to come out, like a little slit right here or something. And you're going to need about like 6 little of these bubbles right here, approximately, so that your bracelet can come out of the bottom. And then if you have these little connector thingies, and you're going to need to scoot your center one down to one of the smaller ones. So, let's get started. First bands I'll be placing are the black border bands, or the gold ones I used in the Renee bracelet. And basically, if you're making the Claire bracelet, you skip this step, you don't do this step. And now, I'm just going to place first black band on these pegs, so that it's pointing downward. And then you're going to skip these 2 pegs right here. And you're going to place the next black band so that the point is facing up. And now you're going to twist these triangles. It really doesn't matter what way you twist them, but you just twist them. I like to twist them a certain way, but you really don't have to. Like that. And now you're going to place your white bands, which I used in both bracelets as white. So you're going to place your first white one on as a triangle right next to the first black triangle you placed. And then it doesn't matter what way you twist this white one, but you're going to twist it. Twist all the pegs. There we go. And then you're going to take your next white band and you're going to place it in a slightly odd looking triangle. You're going to place it on the middle peg, or the right bottom peg that the other white triangle was on. You're going to place it on this peg, which is the bottom left triangle that this bottom left corner that this black triangle is on. And then you're going to twist it to the top corner of the black triangle. And then you're going to twist this white band too as well. Again, it doesn't matter what way. It's hard to twist it though. Like that. And now you're going to start looping. So you just take the bottom black band right underneath the white and then pull it over. Same thing on the other side. And then do the same thing over here. Bottom black over, basically any pegs that you see a black on underneath the white, you loop over. And then in the center here, you just loop over the bottom white band. So it should look like this. And now I'm going to be placing blue bands. And I'm not going to be distinguishing different bands. I'm going to be using the tie-dye bands, or whatever you want to call them, these things. And basically, for one line of this type of blue and one line of this sparkly blue, you're going to need to do, let's say for example, this side, you place a dark blue triangle here, and then a light blue triangle here. So anyways, I'm just going to be randomly doing it, like I said. First random band, going to place in a long triangle, just like this one, but facing the other way. And you don't need to twist bands anymore. Actually, yes you do. Gosh, there's so much twisting in this bracelet, I'm sorry. But anyways, it doesn't matter which way you twist it, you just gotta twist it. Sorry if I get confuzzled. Just went back to school, so my brain is really on summer mode during the weekends. But anyways, and now you do the other side. So you do another triangle. I'm going to take another random band, this yellow orange one. Like I said, these are all randomly picked. And then place it here. And then you twist this triangle as well. Like that. And now you loop just like before. You're going to loop basically the bottom white over on these two pegs and these two pegs. So basically just loop a bottom white over any band, any peg that has a bottom white. And then in the center you're just going to want to loop the one tie-dye band over the other. So it doesn't matter what order you do this in, I'm just going to do the center first this time. So bottom band over there. And then bottom white over, bottom white over, here, and then here. Like that. So you've completed your first layer of your bracelet. And now you're going to basically repeat that again, but with absolutely no twisting. So like I said, first you place your black bands. If you're doing the clear bracelet, you don't do this. Place your first one, point down, skip two pegs, and then place your second one, point up. And now there's no more twisting, so you just loop all the bands. Underneath there should be one. Loop the one band underneath over. This one, the black one underneath over here, make sure you don't do that. The band underneath should be either black on this peg or a tie-dye on these two pegs. And then push down. So you've done your border, and now you're going to place your white bands. So you take your first white, place it in an upwards pointing triangle right next to this black one. And then now you're going to have to place your white and your tie-dye one at a time and then loop over. So basically I just placed my first one, and now I'm going to start looping over. So on all the pegs there should be band underneath, and then you just loop that over. Like that. Okay, I think that's my mom responding. I really want to know what's so important that she called me about. Just to say that she's coming home, probably. And then, got this white band. Place it in a long triangle, long stretchy triangle right here. And like I said, one at a time, and then you loop over. So you loop over in any order you want, really. Just loop over all the pegs. And now you do the top tie-dye. And again, random bands, yada yada. So I take this band, place it in a long stretchy triangle again, right here, and then you loop over all bands that happen to be underneath. And then you take your next band, and then you place it in a normal triangle pointing downward, right next to where the black triangle would have been. And then you loop all bands underneath it over. Okay, so basically, you repeat the second layer that I did, the one without any twisting of the triangles, until your bracelet gets long enough that it'll fit around your wrist. And I'm going to do the rest off camera, but I'll show you how to finish it. So, bye-bye first. Okay, so I've made my bracelet as long as it needs to be to fit around my wrist. And it should look something like this. And now to finish the bracelet, it's pretty simple. You take this band right here. It should be the band that is to the right of this center peg on the bottom, and then you just pull it in. And this band should be also next to a black band. So you just, whoa. Jeez. My tripod has a tendency to fall over, I don't know why. But anyways, you loop it into the center. And then you do the same for the one on the left. So take it off and then loop it into the center. So it should look like this. And then you do the same up here. So you take this band first and loop it into the center. And then you do the same for the one on the left, next to a black, and loop it in. And now, for the black, all you do is you loop the one that's on the same row as the peg with all the bands on it, and then you loop it in. And now to finish your bracelet, you're going to need 2 more black bands. So you're going to take your hook, you're going to go underneath all 4 of these bands, grab your black, and then pull it through. And put it on your hook. And now you take one of your C-clips, you're going to need 2 C-clips, and then you clip it. And then you do the same over here. Go underneath all 4 of these bands. Grab a black. Put it on your hook. And pull it through. And then you take a C-clip and clip it. Now you can just take it off your loom, pull it off the 2 pegs carefully. Now to clip it, gotta take your clips, take the top one first, take it. Find 2 bands on the other side, these 2 will do. And then you clip it onto these 2 bands. And then you do the same on the bottom. Take this clip, find 2 bands, these 2 will do, and then clip it. And there's your bracelet. Hope you enjoyed.